What is the most gruesome torture technique? There are a lot of torture and execution techniques that, while sounding gruesome, have little to no historical record. The worst one that we do have good historical records of is the breaking wheel, where the victim's bones would be systematically broken from their extremities towards their core. Their then broken limbs would be woven through the spokes of the wheel. There are records of people surviving this for as many as 9 days. I believe they would be attached to the wheel somehow and then would have their extremities broken. Then after being woven through the spokes of the wheel would be turned so gravity put pressure on all the broken bones. The writing around it seems like it was used a bunch of different ways. Either person was tied to the wheel and their limbs were broken using other tools, or the victim's bones would be broken with the rim of the wheel itself. I think we can all agree that no one wants to be the one to have to clean up after the rim job. I guess too soon doesn't apply here anymore. There was a method they did in ancient China where they would tie a dude suspended over a bamboo sprig and would wait until it grew through the person's butthole and out their mouth. That seems pretty fucked. This is what I came to say. Similar, but I heard a variation. For egregious crimes, the victim was suspended spread-eagled over multiple bamboo plants, and an experienced torturer could direct multiple plants to grow through painful but non-vital parts of the body to make the torture last for days/weeks until the width of the bamboo would eventually kill them. For anyone who doesn't know, bamboo can grow well over a foot a day. There are also the donkey saddle and Judas's cradle. Similar methods, maybe different names for the same thing. Super fucked and gross. I recently watched a podcast with a former CIA operative that said that they will put the person of interest in a concrete cell with no windows and play the sounds of 1,000 rabbits being slaughtered. He said the hardest people have broken in minutes. The book Kubrick breaks down the ingenuity of all those modern torture methods, emphasizing they don't leave trace/proof but worst, sound nearly funny or at least not so serious, depriving the victim of the acknowledgement of what he's been through. And in this case, we have to keep in mind that they broke in minutes doesn't mean the end of it. Plus, several methods are used simultaneously, all of them not that bad. Sick shit. If they really want to deprive the victim of acknowledgement and empathy, they ought to have Black Hitler and an astronaut making paninis present during the interrogation. Right. You have to mentally add while incredibly sleep-deprived to the end of all these sentences. Could I take being forced to be in solitary confinement while being played the sounds of screams? Yeah, easily. Could I take it while I'm so sleep-deprived that I can barely think straight, after being constantly interrogated and intimidated, while worried about my family and my future, in a cell that was just a little too cold for comfort, while shackled up in a way where I could never quite get comfy, with bright lines constantly shining in my face? Nope, I'd go crazy real fast. Scaphism, also known as the boats, was a terrifying form of punishment. People were bound inside a boat, with only their heads, arms, and feet exposed. They were force-fed a mixture of milk and honey, leading to severe sickness, and more honey was applied on their faces. Left in a swamp, attracting insects and bugs which would lay eggs on them. Being immobile, the person would suffer as insects gradually consumed them, leading to a painful and slow death. More info on Wikipedia. Yeah, being force-fed that diet, and having to shit that diet on yourself while bugs are eating and breeding in that bumhole is a no-go for me. A no-go for me sounds like you're setting bedroom boundaries, haha. Please like and subscribe for more daily content.